You know, it wouldn't surprise me when you saw what happened with James Coates in Canada.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
So, all right. So let's. I'm just well before the show ends. Let me deal with these fake Israelites. They say I can't read Leviticus 25, 39 to 46. So let's read it. If your countryman of yours becomes so poor with regards to you that he sells himself to you, you shall not subject him to the slave's service. He shall be with you as a hired man, as if he was a sojourner. So shall he shall serve you until the year of Jubilee. He shall then go out from you, he and his sons with him, and shall go back to his family, and shall return to the property of his forefathers. For they are my servants whom I brought out of the land of Egypt. They will not be sold in a slave sale. You shall not rule over him with severity, but to revere your God. As your male servants, how far do they want me to go down here? 46. Okay. As for your male and female slaves from whom you have, you may acquire male and female slaves from the pagan nations that are around you. Then too, it is out of the sons of the sojourners who live as aliens among you, you shall gain acquisition, and out of their families who are with you, whom you have produced in your land, they also may become your possession. You may even bequeath them to your sons after you to receive a possession. You can use them as permanent slaves, but in respect to your countrymen, the sons of Israel, you will not rule. You shall not rule with severity one over one another.
So I'm guessing he's
Hold
using
on.
this to say this is why they're going to own slaves.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing. I just read it, so I guess I'm not so scared of them. Yeah, I'm not scared of scripture. So what is this talking about? Well, if they actually knew the Bible instead of their racist doctrines, they would know who that's speaking of. It's speaking of actual Israelites that lived in the land of Israel, not Africa, and had slaves that were their own countrymen when they did practice a year of Jubilee. And that year of Jubilee was long earlier, because that year of Jubilee, we end up seeing that they didn't keep that 7-year Sabbath cycle. And that's why they had 70 sevens. They skipped it, and they skipped the Jubilee. And that's why they were in Babylonian captivity for 7 years. That's what Bible says, Jeremiah. And so the reality is that it's speaking of Israelites. And you go, well, what about these pagans that were slaves? Yeah, they're in there too, as far back as Joshua, soon as they came into the promised land. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so let's do this. So we got